Interest is a discussion app for clubs, societies and communities, but it's more than just an iOS and an Android app. We're trying to build something that is inclusive for all members of your club and society, whether or not they've got a smartphone. So we're trying to build something that replaces email newsletters, for instance, and email groups, so that everybody can be kept in the loop from the app, and if they've got the app, they can engage in the app. If they haven't got the app, they can click through from the email to join the web app.
I've received this email from Helen, an email invite to her group. I'm a massive Beard fan, so I immediately hit accept. Takes me to our web app. This is a public page, beardclub.interest.me. Anyone can come here and apply to join, but because I've been invited, I can go straight in. I'm actually already registered here, so my username's already set up, P. Fisher. I could create a new username to go into this group. Any group, I can create a new username, so I can keep all of the groups separate. And here's the Beard Club group that I've just joined. It's pretty much like email, threaded email, so I can go into any of these threads and interact. We have a menu here on the right, which is a bit more about the group, so a description. It includes an invite link, so I can send out a tweet with the URL of the group. I can leave the group, or I can delve into the members of the group there.
Here we go. This is what it looks like on desktop. So we have in the desktop, basically all the panels are showing. So the menu panel with all the groups that I'm a member of is showing, and lots of them have new messages, which is great. And the right-hand panel, which shows you about the group, some information about the group, is also showing. So it tells me that there are 7 members pending approval. Thank you. And I can go and have a look at those members and what they've said. So I can approve and post the answers there, approve this person, approve that person. These are excellent answers. And all these people are now in my group. So back to the group, and here on the right-hand side, you can see we now have lots and lots of members. So I can click on any member, and if I want to grant him moderator privileges, I can do that. I can make him a moderator. I can ban him if I don't like him very much. I can see all of his activity in the group. But what's important is that I can't see very much else about him. In fact, I can't see anything else about him. I can't see his contact details. I can't see what other groups he belongs to. There's no central profile. So it's very easy to remain very private within interests. If there's anything really, really important, like the Beard Club AGM minutes, for instance, that I want to send to absolutely every member, I want to really make sure that they get it, then I can send them a broadcast email. So I can post this and email all the members. And that becomes a post within the group, but it also gets emailed out to everybody, so I know that everyone's got it.
Okay, big round of applause for Helen and Paul. Who's going to give me the first question?
What kind of social presence do you aim to make? So, for example, Reddit has established itself as not being policed, and so that's why it's kind of grown as a network, because people can be very expressive. Facebook and Instagram get quite a lot of stick for being very anti things, and they kind of stick to their trends. Have you decided whether you're going to be very moderated, or if you're going to let users go on their own accord, or if you're going to be very much against, say, for example, sensitive information or that kind of thing, or are you literally going to let people moderate it themselves?
So every group is controlled by a moderator, and they can share that moderation task with other moderators, an unlimited number actually, so they can make it a very shared task. Mostly we're leaving it to them, but we are able to see in the back end to some extent if really inappropriate things are going on within groups, and we do want to stamp out kind of really, really desperately bad groups. So,
How would you filter that though?
sorry?
How would you filter? How would you decide which is a bad group and which is something that
So
shouldn't
really
be?
by analysing the language within the group. So by analysing what they're saying. So we're not looking at who's saying it, but we're looking at what they're saying. And if we do have paedophilia groups or terrorism groups or whatever, you have to think about these things, then we will, we won't tolerate that.
And that's humans, you yourselves reading them, not a machine deciding.
Well, no, so initially it's us. But we're slowly building the keywords to identify inappropriate stuff being said in groups, which we know we need to do to scale.
I use meetup.com
Yay.
for a lot of the same tasks that you'd be doing. Would this just replace a kind of meetup?
Well, Meetup is great for meeting up, but Meetup is rubbish for discussion. I mean, it's really terrible in our experience for having, their forums are pretty bad, and you can have an email group, but that has the same downsides as all email groups, which is the whole reply all, horrendous
Yes.
nastiness and headers and footers everywhere, disrupting the flow of the conversation.
Okay.
So we think it's better than Meetup for discussion, which is what we're trying to do. And we're not limited to groups that actually meet up in person.
And on the video front, have you the photos? Have you just tried emailing a subgroup of your users, just with 2 buttons? Do you like it, yes or no, or do you need it, yes or no?
Well, we haven't yet because our trial users might be a bit of an unrepresentative sample. But as we grow the number of users, then we'll definitely do that. Thanks for the idea.
Can we see a quick hands up? Who here would want photos? And who thinks the simplicity of not having photos and differentiation is important?
Ooh.
So kind of useful. I guess.
Yeah, useful.
Just from my side of things, we use Slack internally, and both as part of bigger groups, which are becoming quite prevalent within the London tech scene. But Slack doesn't have some of the elements that yours does. So I think you're bang on trend. That, like, somebody mentioned it's saturated, but I think this is definitely offering.
We don't think it's saturated.
No,
we
I
use Slack
agree.
as well. We really like Slack. But Slack is very chatty and very, very distracting.
It's finding that happy medium.
So we think this can live with it.
Great. Big round of applause for Helen and Paul. Thank you so much.